Good morning, class 3 students. Today, let us study chapter 5 India, her neighbors, and political divisions. In this chapter, we are going to study which are the neighboring countries of India. Where do they located? How many states are there in India? How many union territories are there in India? Which are their capitals? Who are living in the capital of India? Who are living in the state's capital? Which is the largest state of India? Which is the smallest state of India? Which is the largest union territory of India? Which is the smallest union territory of India? All these kind of details. So let us start chapter India and her neighbors and political divisions. First of all, see this question. What are the people living next to each other called? What are the people living next to each other called? They are called neighbors. If people live next to each other, nearby your house, if people are living, they are called your neighbors. Same way, nearby our country, if any other countries are there, they are called our neighboring countries. Now, let us see which are the neighboring countries of India. You can see on this map Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, China, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. These are the major neighboring countries of our India. See the countries. Which are the countries located in the northern border of India? Nepal, China, and Bhutan. These three countries located in the north of India. Nepal, China, and Bhutan. In the east of India, Bangladesh and Myanmar, two countries are located as the eastern borders of our country or eastern neighbors of our country, Bangladesh and Myanmar. And in the south, you can see two islands, Maldives and Sri Lanka. These are the two southern neighbors of our country. And in the west, you can see Afghanistan and Pakistan. These are the two western neighbors of our country. And Sri Lanka is a large island located in the south of India. Sri Lanka is a large island located in the south of India and which is separated from India by Pak Strait. Pak Strait here. Pak Strait. Sri Lanka is a large island located in the southeast of India and we cannot say exactly it is southeast, but in the south that is separated by Pak Strait. Then what is a strait? A strait is a narrow strip of water between two land masses connecting two large water bodies. A strait is a narrow strip of water between two land masses connecting two large water bodies. That means here Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean, these both are connected by a narrow strip of land, narrow strip of water. See, this between India and Sri Lanka, that is two land masses. So a narrow strip of water between two land masses connecting two larger water bodies. Bay of Bengal is a larger water body. Indian Ocean is another larger water body. These two larger water bodies are connected by a smaller water body between two land masses. And the Maldives are a group of islands in the Indian Ocean to the south east of India. Maldives. We cannot say exactly southeast. That is southwest of India. Maldives are located in the southwest of India. Sri Lanka is located in the southeast of India. All other neighboring countries share their borders with India. Sri Lanka is separated by Pak Strait, which is in the southeast of India. Maldives are located in the southwest of India. Maldives are a group of islands. Now, let us see the political divisions of India. Political divisions of India. See, India is a very large country. It is the seventh largest countries in the world. India is a large country which is the seventh largest countries in the world. It is divided into smaller areas called states and union territories. On this map, you can see different colors. These different colors are states and union territories. This is done so that the country can be managed better. Why our country divided into number of states and union territories? For the easiness of administration, because our country is very wide, it is not possible to rule all the areas of our country by sitting over Delhi. And that's why our country is divided into number of states and union territories. Now let us see at present how many states are there in India and how many union territories are there also in India. At present, we have 28 states and 8 union territories that include the National Capital Territory of India. Which is the National Capital Territory of India? That is New Delhi. Which is the National Capital Territory? That is New Delhi. So here we have 28 states at present and 8 union territories, including National Capital Territory of India. Now, let us see who looks after these divisions. That means states and who looks after states and who looks after union territories. Each state and union territory has a government made up of a group of people who have the power to look after the people and solve different issues. People give their vote and choose some people to rule the state governments and the union territories. So let's see that actually which government will rule our state and which government will rule our union territories. That also let us see here. We have two types of government in India: central government and state government. Central government looks after the entire country, takes care of the entire country, that means all the areas of our country. And also central government looks after union territories. It is union territories are very small in size and they are directly under the control of central government. That is why they are known as territories of union government or union territories. Now, what state government looks after? Let's see that. State government takes care of a particular state. State government takes care of a particular state. State government cannot interfere in the matter of central government and central government cannot interfere in the matter of state government. And now let us see, New Delhi is the capital of India. Which is the capital of India? New Delhi. Our president, prime minister and ministers of the central government live in New Delhi. Who are living in New Delhi? President, Prime Minister and Ministers of Central Government. The President of India lives in the Rashtrapati Bhavan, which is located at New Delhi. The President House of India is known as Rashtrapati Bhavan and which is located in New Delhi. Now let us study about various states and their capitals. Each state has its own capital and government. The governor, the chief minister, and other ministers and senior officers live in the state capital. We have seen in the national capital, that is Delhi, the president, prime minister, and ministers of the central government live. And in the state capital, the governor, the chief minister, other ministers, and senior officers, they live in the state capital. Let us see the names of Indian states and their capitals. You can see here a list of states and their capitals. First of all, Andhra Pradesh. Its capital is Hyderabad. Arunachal Pradesh. Capital is Itanagar. Assam. Capital is Dispur. Bihar. Capital Patna. Chhattisgarh and its capital Raipur. Goa and its capital is Panaji. Goa is the smallest state of India and its capital is Panaji. And Gujarat, its capital is Gandhinagar. The name Gandhinagar given to the capital of Gujarat only because of Mahatma Gandhi. In respect of Mahatma Gandhi only, the name given to Gandhinagar. That particular city has got the name Gandhinagar only because of Mahatma Gandhi's popularity. So Andhra Pradesh, capital Hyderabad. Arunachal Pradesh, capital Itanagar. Assam, capital Dispur. Bihar, its capital is Patna. Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Goa, Panaji. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Haryana and its capital is Chandigarh. Himachal Pradesh, capital is Shimla. Jharkhand, Ranchi. Karnataka, Bengaluru. Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Maharashtra, Mumbai. Manipur, capital is Imphal. Meghalaya, Shillong. Mizoram, Aizawl. Nagaland, Kohima. Odisha, Bhubaneswar. Punjab, Chandigarh. Punjab and Haryana, these both states have same capital. Punjab and Haryana, these both states have same capital, Chandigarh. Rajasthan is the largest state of India and its capital is Jaipur. Sikkim, its capital is Gangtok. Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Telangana, Hyderabad. Tripura, Agartala. Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. Uttarakhand, Dehradun. And last one, West Bengal, its capital is Kolkata. Now, let us study about the names of union territories and their capitals. We have 8 union territories which are directly ruled by central government. And here is the list of 8 union territories and their capitals. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Its capital is Port Blair. This is the largest union territory of India. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Another union territory is Chandigarh. Its capital also Chandigarh. Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Earlier, Dadra Nagar Haveli was a separate union territory and Daman and Diu was another union territory. But now both these union territories merged together and its capital is Daman. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, capital is Port Blair. Chandigarh, capital is Chandigarh. Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, both the union territories merged together and its capital is Daman. Delhi, capital is Delhi itself. Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir has two capitals, one summer capital, another one winter capital. Summer capital is Srinagar and winter capital is Jammu. Next, Ladakh. Its capital is Leh. Lakshadweep, capital is Kavaratti. And last, Puducherry, capital is Puducherry itself. These are the union territories and their capitals. So we know that India has varied landforms like hills, plateaus, mountains, valleys, coastal areas, deserts, all these kinds of land areas and different types of climate in different regions also. So India has varied landforms and climate. People of different parts of India speak different languages. Tamil language, Malayalam language, Kannada language, Marathi language, Gujarati language, Bengali language, Assamese language, so many varieties of language people are speaking and they eat different foods. They wear different clothes. Even though if these differences exist in India in the matter of languages, clothes, foods, climates, landforms, but we all are Indians. We all live together unitedly, even though if we have differences in our religion, in our language, in our culture, in our clothes, in our food habits, in our regions, climate, landforms. But ultimately, we all are Indians. We are one. This makes India a great country all of us can be proud of. India is a great country only because of the unity of our people. Thank you.